Hi guys, and welcome to Escape Watch Reviews. My name is Steve, and today we're going to be reviewing the Baltany 1926. This watch was sent to me for free by the Baltany Watches official store on AliExpress. I don't have to send the watch back, but you guys know the deal by now. That's not going to sway my review one way or the other. The full retail price for this watch is $165 US, but be sure to check on coupons and feel free to wait for sales. They do participate in the sales. And usually you can get these things for a little bit cheaper. So it's definitely worth waiting a little bit if you want to save as much as possible on this thing. So this watch is offered in a few different variations. You have this dial version here with the sub-seconds and a mechanical hand wind movement. You have a sub-second with a quartz movement and some different hands and a different dial. Then you also have a central running seconds hand with the Miyota 9000. That one is $260 some. So they do offer this in different dial colors. They also offer this in this fully polished case, as well as kind of like a faux aged case in both silver and in gold color. So keep that in mind when you're shopping. I think they all look pretty cool. This is definitely my favorite one though. The watch case is made of 316L stainless steel. It has a sapphire crystal, screw-down crown, screw-down case back, 200 meters of claimed water resistance. This one is powered by the Seagull ST1700 mechanical hand wind only movement. But like I said, there are a couple other options with the Miyota 9000 movement and the Seiko quartz movement. So this watch is just so cool looking. You don't really see a watch of this shape with the coin edge bezel, with the really cool crystal. I mean, the case profile on it, it just looks great. It's awesome. And I can't wait to get into this review. So I say we do that right now. But before we do a quick wrist check. Wearing the escapement time chronograph. This one will be up on the channel by the time the Baltany review goes live. So I'm going to leave that up in the corner. Really like that watch though. Very, very cool. Now let's get into the dimensions. So I'm getting about 36.3 on diameter, a overall thickness of 10.9, but that does include the bubble crystal. 18 millimeter lug width. Lug tip to lug tip is 43.1, and on the supplied leather strap, it weighs about 53 grams. So the case on this thing is fantastic. It's a cushion case. It's pretty flat, as you can see here, but I mean, it's so thin looking. That mid case is probably like, 4 millimeters thick. Really nice tall crystal on it as well, as you can see there, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But I think the case on this wears good. 36 millimeters is a little bit small for my preferences, but I will say that this wears maybe just a little bit bigger face down looking at it, just because it is a cushion case, so that's good to see. But I mean, it's just so thin and so light that it just kind of disappears on the wrist, and it's really nice. I do like it. I like it a lot. So I'm gonna go outside right now and throw it on my wrist for you. And here we are on my 7.5 inch wrist, and as you can see, I mean, it just wears great. It's a small watch, but just because of the style of it, I think that's fine. It's completely fine. It does get bulked up a little bit because it's a square case, but it just wears so good. Just look at that. It's a very flat case, but again, it's pretty short lug to lug, so not a big deal. I think it wears so nicely. I mean, and just look at that thing. Looks so good. Popping out into some direct sunlight. Here you can see lots of play off the bezel and the case, and I mean, the crystal is excellent. It doesn't get washed out at all. Very nice crystal from Baltany again. The dial looks just stunning. I'm hoping it shows up here, but if not, hopefully we'll get some good macro for you guys. There's you can kind of see it there. Really nice sheen to that mother of pearl. I think it looks great. Let's go outside, throw it on a bunch of straps. We are on a dark brown leather rally strap. The link for this will be down below. I think that looks really good actually. It's probably my favorite strap combo. Still sits really good. The strap is a little thick for the watch, which is kind of funny to say, but it is a little bit thicker than I would like for this watch, but I do think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Here we are on a Milanese mesh. I think that actually looks okay. It's very, very shiny, but it looks great. And just look how low profile that case is. It looks awesome. What do you guys think? Here we are with a kind of tan, light, light sand colored nylon, 2 layers underneath it. Looks really good. Yeah, I think that looks all right. What do you guys think? Yeah, here we are on a dark blue nylon strap, 2 layers underneath it. You can see right there, it still wears really good. I mean, this thing is so slim. Yeah, it really doesn't matter that there's 2 layers underneath the watch there. Very comfortable, very lightweight, and I think it looks great. What do you guys think? All right, let's go back inside and let's get back to this review. Now let's get close. We'll talk about the case finishing on this. Really simple case finishing. It is a fully polished case. Like I said, you can get this kind of in a like a faux aged case. It looks pretty cool, I think, but I actually like this one a lot. But yeah, so really nicely done though. You can see right here the polishing is just super smooth, very nice polishing. I see no issues with the polishing at all. The case profile on this thing is just super slim. Just look at that. I mean, it's really cool. It kind of comes to a point. If you look down the case here, yeah, you can kind of see it there. It kind of comes to a point right here, and it's just a really interesting case. Very, very cool. But I mean, the polishing that they did is excellent. Very happy with the polishing on this thing. Flipping it over to the crown side here, you got a nice big onion style crown. Again, really nice finishing on that crown too. I mean, it just looks great. There's no Baltany logo on the end of it, which, it's kind of what you expect from Baltany, but I think it looks really good. You've got this really nice coin edge bezel that goes all the way around, and that, again, it just looks awesome. I mean, you probably saw in the macro and the B-roll the finishing on that bezel. It's just great. It looks really cool. It gives a cool look to the watch in general, and I think it looks nice. Flipping it over to the case back here, you have a sterile case back, fully polished. You can see it's already picking up scratches. That's what you're going to get from this. I wish they would just brush that. But yeah, I think it looks fine. It looks actually really good. They kind of carry over that coin edge back here, so you're going to need a sticky ball to get that off. But yeah, I think it looks really good. It is very comfortable. I do wish they would kind of brush that or just do something to that, just to get that shine off there and get all those scratches off. That's going to scratch up like crazy. Bottom of the case is again fully polished, and again looks pretty good. It's got no sharp edges or anything like that. It's a very comfortable watch to wear, and it is a really cool looking watch. I absolutely love this watch. It looks so cool. All right, so let's test this for sapphire. And as you can see, it is positive for sapphire. And again, Baltany just nails these crystals. Clear anti-reflective coating and plenty of it. Really nice box dome shape to it, as you can see there. Very little distortion. You can see the dial kind of folding down on itself at extreme angles, but still really, really clear, really legible. And then you get lots and lots of distortion on the edges. Exactly what I want to see, and it looks fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I've got no issues with these crystals. I haven't come across a Baltany watch that I haven't just loved the crystal on. They just use really good crystals, and I absolutely love it. All right, so getting really close, taking a look at this dial. This is absolutely beautiful. This is a white mother of pearl dial, and I'll see if I can get some color for you. You can definitely get some texture here and there. This one is mostly white. It doesn't really pick up that much color. You can kind of see over by the 3 o'clock, you get like shades of blue and green and pink. It looks really cool. I do like this a lot, but this one, for the most part, it's just kind of like a glossy white dial. And it does look really, really good. You have your railroad minute track printed around the outside in black. 12, 3, 6, and 9 are marked with diamonds. Everywhere else is just your typical minute track. Looks really, really good. The numerals on this, they have that faux patina lume on them, but they kind of have a shadow effect to them, and it looks really cool. It gives them a little bit extra depth. They do have depth themselves, but the black surround to the text makes them stand out just a little bit more. Really, really happy with them now. The handset is absolutely stunning. It's a blued handset, as you can see here, cathedral style, just perfect size. I've seen no issues with the handset on this thing. Really nicely done. See how close I can get up for you guys. I mean, just super crisp and clean. It looks absolutely wonderful. Really nicely done. The 6 o'clock subdial also has a blued seconds hand, as you can see down there. Again, looking really nice and crisp, and just an awesome size. Yeah, I don't really see anything wrong with this dial. The Baltany branding, I like it. It's clean, it's crisp. The subdial down here, really nice printing on that as well, and nice and crisp and legible. And it looks good. The handset is perfect. The Lume on this thing, I'm going to pop up a Lume shot right now, and here you can see it against a couple other watches in the collection. It does okay. Definitely could benefit from a few more layers of Lume. But for something like this, it actually is a little bit better than what I expected it to be. So overall, I am pretty pleased with the Lume on this thing. Just don't expect really good Lume. All right, so let's talk about the movement on this thing. So I'm going to pop up the time grapher shot right now, and you can see this thing actually runs really, really good. Very happy with the movement in this thing so far. It's really nice and satisfying to wind. It is the Seagull ST1700. It's a mechanical hand wind only movement, so it is operated by this 3 o'clock screw down crown. Unscrewing the crown is nice and smooth. You get a nice satisfying pop out. This first position is your winding position here. You wind it until you feel it tense up a little bit. It is a pretty noticeable hard stop. So once you reach that point, you just stop winding it, and yeah, you're good to go. You can see down here, it does not hack. So that is the time setting position, and that second hand is still running down there. But yeah, I think that's kind of what I knew that going into this movement. This isn't my first watch with this movement. It doesn't bother me too much. But yeah, it is a very satisfying movement to wind. It's nice. It has good feedback. The time setting position, really nice and smooth. As you can see here, there's no real slop or anything like that. You don't get your hands jumping around when you press in the crown there. Nice and smooth. I got no issues with it. Screwing in the crown here does not wind the movement, which is important on a hand wind watch. Nice and smooth again. Really happy with the movement. Really happy with the crown. I mean, the crown is nice and big. I mean, it's just perfect for this watch. I think it goes really nicely with the coin edge bezel, and I think it gives a nice kind of vintage antique look to it. I think it works great. I'm very happy with the movement. Very happy with the crown. I got no issues with it. All right, so let's talk about these straps. So the straps on Baltany's, they're always kind of a middle ground for me. They're much better than a lot of the straps that you get on Chinese watches. You don't immediately want to throw it away. This one, it's all right. It's a little stiff even now. I've worn it for quite a few days on this strap. It's okay. It's not bad. It does look pretty good on this strap, I'll say that. It does smell like leather. The underside here says genuine leather. There's no quick release. It is Baltany branded on the underside on this side. The one floating keeper is a nice size. Stationary keeper is as well a nice size. The strap, it's a little bit short, but I still think it'll fit up to about an 8-inch wrist. The buckle on this thing, nice and solid buckle. It's fully polished on this one. I don't know about the other ones. I would assume they'd carry over the finishing, but I really don't know. Unbranded, but it doesn't flop around or anything like that. So it's fine. It's nothing special, but it does the job, and I think it doesn't look out of place or anything like that. So I'm pretty happy with it. The strap is 18 millimeters, and it tapers down to 16 millimeters. But yeah, for what it is, it's a keeper. You're going to want to keep it around, I think. And I do think it'll break in eventually, but a little stiff out of the box, but not bad. And I just think if you have other straps available, you're going to want to switch it to them, because why not, right? So there you go, guys. That is the Baltany 1926. I think it's a fantastic watch. They do sell it in quartz for quite a bit cheaper. They do sell it with the Miyota 9000 high beat movement for a little bit more. So kind of all the different price ranges. I think it's absolutely awesome. It comes in this really cool mother of pearl dial. It comes in silver dials. It comes in kind of off-white dials. So you just got to go check out their site, check out their AliExpress store. I'll be leaving that down below. That is an affiliate link. As always, thank you guys so much for using my affiliate links. They're going to be sending another one of their newer chronograph watches to me, so keep an eye out for that on the channel. And yeah, this thing, it's just awesome. Just look at that case profile. It's so thin. Absolutely just loving this watch. I don't think I'll be selling this one anytime soon. I don't think it's just that It's just that good and that nice. So thank you to Baltany. Thank you to everyone who watches and subscribes and comments. I really do appreciate it, guys. I think that's about it for this one, though. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.